All right, Virgo, thanks for tuning in to your January of 2015 horoscope. My name is ATHEN. All right, so the month has an emphasis on your fifth house. Creativity, fun, enjoyment, romance, children, playfulness, all these things that enliven our inner flame, our inner child. So in general, it's about enjoying yourself. Enjoy yourself this month, be creative, be inspirational, and this all comes from just simply seeing that life is fun. Life is about enjoyment. That's where true life force comes from. You know, the fifth house rules the sun rules the fifth. This is about life force energy. You know, the sun shines and we're all stardust, we're all suns, we're all solar energy. And when you step into that, when you see that and you allow it to come forward, there's really nothing to do other than just allow it to shine. Allow it to be. Express yourself. You know, that's where it really comes from. Expressing yourself, doing what you enjoy. Allowing it to be that way, allowing it to come out. That's what's going to create the spark. That's what creates the enjoyment in our lives. And this is a strong emphasis in terms of this for you guys this month. Now, Mercury goes into that fifth house right there on the 1st of the month to join up with Venus. So from December, I think you guys, towards the last part of December, I think you guys were enjoying creativity or something fifth house related. And now Mercury going in there is about understanding it, seeing it. He's going to be there all month. He's going to go retrograde on the 21st. So think about that. Think about how you can bring more excitement, more enjoyment, more passion, how you can be more of your playful side, your playful self this month. Step into that and learn from that. Treat it as a learning experience, especially from the 21st onward when Mercury goes retrograde. Now, that's going to be the emphasis in terms of our conscious mind, but there's a lot of other aspects taking place involving that fifth house, which I'll talk about. Now, on the 1st as well, we have Mars opposite Jupiter, so it's very important that this month, and this is the first indication of this, that we balance self with other. That while there is an emphasis on you in terms of not only this fifth house stuff, but also your North Node, which I'll talk about, the emphasis is certainly on you. It's very important that you balance this with other, of being of service, that you let that light shine, and naturally when you do that, you'll see that it helps others and it assists others. And also when you're being of service and helping others, it allows your light to shine. So balancing and bringing in these two elements, the 5th and the 11th house. Okay, with Jupiter there, it's been lots of expansion in terms of your groups, community-related things, innovative things, freedom, lots of expansion there for almost a year, actually about a year now. And so balance all of that with all this creative stuff you're doing this month. And again, the balancing just comes from seeing them as one and the same. There's no difference between what's good for you and what's good for others. When you're your true self, when you're expressing yourself, it naturally assists others. And when you're naturally of service, you come alive. You feel good in the process. So give. And naturally through giving, you'll have that creative, that passion, that life force energy coming out. Now on the 3rd, we've got Mars, the last of the the Sun, the last of the fast-moving planets going over Pluto. Sun's going to conjunct Pluto on the 3rd. And this was a strong emphasis last month in December in terms of transformation. But now it's the transformation of feeling vibrant and coming alive from something to do with your feelings. Seeing how it's so important for you to have that inner feeling of passion. You got to feel it. You have to be emotionally connected to what you're doing. And whatever that is, any area of life. So on the 3rd, the Sun goes over there, and that's a newfound sense of power. It's a newfound sense of inspiration, and it's involving your emotional sphere. Also home and family. So there could be some changes in that area for you guys, but that's kind of a minor aspect, not too emphasized. But it depends on your personal chart, so it could be for some of you. However, generally, the energy is going to be about that passion coming alive and seeing how when you feel creative, when you feel that life force energy, it naturally unfolds, it naturally expresses itself. And so this is the understanding here, and there's a tremendous amount of power that comes from this that you'll see from this month. Now on the 4th, we got Mars shifting into your 6th house. So you're going to be motivated to make sure that the routine's taken care of, that your health is taken care of, that everything's in order in your life. And so utilize that Mars energy. Also developing any crafts or skills as well. So for the entirety of the month, Mars will be in there. So take care of yourself, do these things, and then naturally, that's where your energy and motivation is going to come from. If you're not eating right, if you're not eating healthy, you're going to notice your motivational energy is a little bit diminished. So you want to utilize that to make sure that you are making your life, making your physical existence, which of course includes your body and everything that you do, make sure that everything is improved, is that it's utmost, functioning at its utmost capacity. In other words, you're eating the right foods, you're getting enough sleep, this thing's taken care of, that thing's taken care of, and it's not so mundane as much as you're going to be wanting and feeling motivated towards it. Okay, let's do this, let's do that. And the more you improve things and the more you take care of things, naturally that motivational energy is going to come about. Now on the 5th, we have the full moon, and this is taking place in your guys' 10th house, which is about work and career. And so this is a high time for you guys in terms of this. And so reflect on this. See the abundance that's coming from not only all of this, emotional transformation, but how this emotional transformation has really created a high time in terms of how others see you, or in your work, career, anything public. And so this is a full moon here. This could be, like I said, a high time. Some of you could really see a lot of success, a lot of achievements, a lot of accolades from what you've been doing over the past 6 months in terms of it. And use this time around the 5th to reflect and see the abundance in your whole work sector or public sector. When you do that, naturally you will experience more abundance as a result, externally, I mean. Now on the 10th through the 16th, we've got Pluto squaring up to that north node. So this is where things are very much about you. This whole year is about you. You have the north node in your 1st house. So this whole year and this month is a pivotal month shifting into that, which is about your goals, your ambitions, your drives, what's important to you. And so focus on these things and implement these things. This is a month where it's going to start to shift, and you're going to notice that it's very important for you to put energy towards your goals, energy towards your ambitions to further your overall life. There has to be an emphasis on self. This might take some confidence, might take some courage to do some of these things, but it's very important that you do, especially from the 10th to the 16th, but all year long, okay? And all month long, this month in January. Step into that courage, have that self-love, that self-criticism. That's what makes us feel inadequate and not confident. So with the 1st house, it's about having a good relationship with self. When you have a good relationship with self, you'll naturally have confidence and have the ability to start just getting the wheels turning. That's all what this is about. Just start to get those wheels turning, and then naturally your goals will start to unfold one step at a time. And the more you do that, the more courage, the more confidence, the more motivational energy is moving forward for you. So very important stuff, and this is the month to start doing it, start making changes, perhaps restructuring your life to facilitate more of your goals, both long-term and short-term. Now on the 14th, we've got the sun going into Capricorn, so your 5th house. Like I said, the emphasis here is on enjoyment, and this is mid-month where it's very much so. The sun loves to be in that 5th house, and this is about creativity, expansion, optimism, feeling good, creative, tapping into that inner child, all of these things that helps you come alive. So from the 14th onwards, step into that, enjoy it, enjoy the things you enjoy. Like I was saying, it's as simple as that. And this is going to lead you into February, which is going to help that life force motivate, help that life force move. If you're not this is a month where if you're not enjoying what you're doing, then that life force energy gets diminished. Okay, there needs to be creativity in your life. Now on the 19th, we've got Venus opposite Jupiter, so again, needing some balancing, involving others, groups, with the self, creative stuff. Very important that there's a nice harmony and balance here. And again, this is a much nicer aspect. They're both nice, actually. It's all very positive with Jupiter here in the 11th. But this is very nice. Venus opposite Jupiter is that you can very much enjoy this. Bring in perhaps some of your creative stuff to others. Allow other people to see it. Give your creative stuff away if that's a possibility for you. social media, maybe take some pictures of what you're doing creatively, expressing yourself within groups, expressing yourself to others. Very important, because then you're merging the self-expression self and passionate, playful self with the groups and community-based things, right? So being playful with your communities, with your friends, with your overall groups in your life, whatever that is. Now, on the 19th, we also have Mars going over Neptune, and this is in your guys' 6th house, which has to do with, again, the health, the routine, and these types of things where Mars is already going to be motivating you. But around the 19th, this is a subtle energy when Mars goes over Neptune, which is seeing how there's a spiritual element to all of this. That when you're taking care of your health and your routine, you're feeling good spiritually. You have a sense of presence. And this is a peacefulness, this is action through presence. And so naturally with this kind of aspect, it's about being motivated not only to take care of your physical side of life, but the spiritual side as well. And when you do that, you'll see them as one. You'll see how, when you're taking care of yourself physically, you're also taking care of yourself spiritually. So a nice peaceful time there, generally in terms of our energy around the 19th. Now on the 20th, we have the new moon taking place. And this is in that 5th house. So this is where things will start to become new. There will be some sort of new beginning or new awareness involving your passion, your creativity. For some of you, it could be a new project. For some of you, it could be a new child. For some of you, new business even. Entrepreneurship is also 5th house. But listen to the energies around the 20th and listen to the messages that you're receiving. And it's not a time of taking action right away. It's slow and steady, and it's for the next month. So from the 20th onward and into February, slowly start to build upon whatever these 5th house activities are. And you'll notice then you'll come to a high point, not only in a month from now, but in 6 months from now, when this whole sun goes opposite this configuration. Now, like I said, Mercury's going retrograde on the 21st, so reflect on all of this health and stuff, especially from the 21st onward, how you can bring more routine and stuff into your life. And Mercury retrograde isn't so much about not doing things. It's often talked about, oh, don't sign anything, don't do anything. No, it's about treating it as a learning experience. So this is where you want to treat your self-improvement. This is your 5th house. So this is about treating your creativity, your self-expression, all as a learning experience, okay? So, it's tapping into that creative energy, but not being so serious about it. Allowing yourself to make mistakes. Just simply allowing yourself to make mistakes doesn't mean mistakes are going to happen, but you're not so concerned about it, and do things that allow you to learn through that process. And if it's picking up the paintbrush, this is the month to start, to start getting creative and learn from it. Not to take it so seriously is the big thing here. Now on the 22nd, we've got Venus going into Aquarius, so this is the health. This is where things really start to shift in terms of that health and routine and stuff, because when Venus goes in there, you're going to see how important it is and how good you feel when those things are in order. Also, improving your relationships is emphasized from the 22nd onward, so this is where you're just enjoying improvement, and improvement of your values as well. Having a value and seeing the beauty when things are as good as they can be, or you're at least going through the process of making them better. Because that's what life is about. It's about growth. It's about bettering our life, others' life, all of life in general. Now the last aspect is on the 31st. We've got Mars conjunct up to Chiron taking place in that 6th. So feeling healed. This could be a month where, if there's a physical ailment or a sickness that you guys may have been individually experiencing, this can be the time when you can really start to put energy into healing yourself, and feeling good about it. And from the 31st, this could be a time when things really shift. You can feel healed, you can do that healing thing, and then off you go. And that motivational energy will be much freer from that point onward. All right, so let's go and draw a card for you Virgos and see what's in store from Spirit. Okay, soul, the sun, that's the life force energy, and that's what the 5th house is all about. You are a star, you are the sun. Express yourself, be yourself, do the creative thing, bring more creativity into your life. Even if you're just cooking, how can you cook something more creative? Even if you're just cleaning, okay, well, rearrange your house a little bit, mix things up. very powerful and yeah, very transformative. All right, well, I hope you guys have a great month. Please get in touch if you'd like a personal reading. You can click the link down below for a discount, and I'll see you next time. Take care.